What is up, our fellow Helldivers? Welcome to another episode of the Salt Divers Podcast. Today, we're going to be talking about all kinds of stuff. We got a new patch that just dropped. We got chaos drivers. The game was hacked. We got comments from you guys, amazing comments from you guys on our YouTube channel. And of course, we're pushing for that 5K milestone to give away Space Marines 2 that drops September 9th. I don't know if we're going to get to 5,000 by September 9th, but we're going to friggin' try with your help. Welcome, Dutch. What's up, man?
Hey, here we are.
Here we are.
Number 25.
25 weeks of playing Helldivers nonstop.
Is it 25 episodes of Salt Divers?
Yeah.
We've had
sometimes two a week.
But we're doing double.
Yeah, sometimes we're doing double. We'll double dipping. So
yeah.
I guess that's true. That's a good point.
But
I'm bad at math.
It just felt like a couple of weeks ago. We're like, hey, let's do a random ass.
You're like, hey, this new game just dropped. It's really fun.
Talk about it in front of the in the studio.
Yeah, man, let's do it.
And then here we are.
All right.
Yep.
So we're gonna go back a step because we over the weekend. This is so frustrating, and I told you this when it happened. But I packed up my stuff. I was going out of state for the weekend, just quick weekend trip, no big deal. I had packed all my stuff. I had my gaming laptop. I had everything ready to go. I was like, I'm gonna have some spare time. I'm gonna stay up late. I'm gonna be playing at the Airbnb. Just hook up to the Wi-Fi and play some Helldivers at night.
Didn't do any of that shit,
dude. I left my bag. I packed everything else up. I got in the car and I drove. And then when I got there, I unpacked everything and I was like, wait a minute. Where's my laptop? I was so mad, dude. I was so mad.
But let's be real. It was okay.
Yeah, it's fine.
I mean, you were playing with fire, bringing your laptop on a little family vacay anyway.
Yeah. I mean, it would have had to have been after everybody was asleep anyway. But I mean, still, I was so pissed though because
your wife would have got wife aggroed.
I know, but it was a bot side MO and everything, and I'm like, God damn it, I want to be in there. But it looks like everybody had a lot of good times, a lot of fun. You guys were live streaming, and there's a new biome on the bot side, which I just finally this morning, literally like 15 minutes before we started recording, I was playing on the new like spooky swamp biome on bot side, and I gotta say, as many faults as this game has, artistic value is not one of them. No. You drop into this murky, creepy planet with fog. And then you have the bright red lights of the automatons contrasting against the green and the blacks of the forest, and it's just, God damn it, this game's pretty. I wasn't even playing the game. I was just wandering around the forest, being like, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool looking.
there's a tree over there. We're gonna blow it up.
Yeah. I will say though, those trees get in the way of my stratagems, and it's frustrating. Well, have you noticed that?
Yeah.
Well, like
you just got to go in there and predator that stuff.
Yeah.
Just take your big guns out. Just go because they'll fall down. You can mow trees. You can clear a path.
Really?
Yeah.
I knew they were destroyable, but I didn't know you could do it with like a regular gun.
I was blowing trees up with an autocannon last night. It was fun.
How do you liking that autocannon? You said you just started.
Oh yeah, yesterday. So everybody knows I'm a laser head. But and every week I say I get stuck in my laser loadout and I don't want to get out of it because I get comfortable and that's how I do things. And yesterday I purposely got on with Christ and I loaded up with a autocannon and a slugger. And I was terrible.
I did not expect you to say that.
I was terrible. But it was a ton of fun. Yeah. Me and him, we just two-man. We went on a two-man. I went in on a level 4 and I just started blowing shit up. And it was super fun. And I just smiled the whole time. I was literally giggling for an hour and a half, just playing the game.
Yeah.
Blowing the snot out of stuff. And it was really fun. A Hulk would come up and I go, ha ha.
Yeah.
Blowing his little eye holes. And it was great. I had a really good time, but it was on 4. So then last night we start streaming and we're hanging out with the boys, and I'm gonna go with my autocannon loadout, because I'm a pro now. And, no, dude, I stuck with it the whole time.
Okay.
But I was terrible. I died left and right. I'm not used to having to reload so much. And when you do reload, you gotta you crouch down and stop, and it takes 5 seconds. And meanwhile, you know, the shredders are, it's like, hey there, you know, cut your head off and stuff. And it's like, it's a completely different style of play than what I'm used to. But, you know, I was watching some other streamers and stuff, and I was trying to watch how they play. And it's like, I was watching this guy yesterday. He's got a really cool little channel. Shout out to, what's his name? Spicy Pickle. Okay. Nervous Pickle, Spicy Pickle. I cannot. He's this really cool Australian guy, big beard, level 150. He rolls with other level 150s. If you want to see a stream with like 4 level 150 guys rolling 10s, it's amazing to watch these dudes play. But he's out there with a railgun.
Oh yeah, dude.
Just kaboom!
Yeah.
Railgun and stun grenades, just destroying shit.
Yep. Dude, if you have,
that's interesting, you know. But
if you have good aim,
yeah,
I know they like a while back they nerfed the railgun and everybody was super pissed off. But this latest update with Escalation of Freedom, they softened a couple of the higher armored things up a little bit, and the railgun is now like super legit. But it's always been good, but now it's even better.
But it's like a one shot. You gotta like
well, you go on unsafe mode, right? Charge that sucker up, and then you can one shot Hulks. You can one shot. I don't know about Striders. That's an interesting question. I'll have to comment below if a railgun's decent against Striders. But the gunships, 2 shots to the engine, toast. But you have to have super good aim though, because it's like it's a one shot reload.
Right. But you know, there's so many different styles of ways to play this game, and I tend to get in ruts, and I don't want to get in a rut, so I'm trying to purposely get outside my comfort zone. My kill numbers were terrible with the autocannon, but the kills that we're getting were big kills. You know, like I'm killing Hulks and, you know, Devastators. And
as much shit as I give you about low kill counts, because I pride myself. Like if I go on, and especially if it's me and Christ, like I gotta be at least close to him. Like within 5 kills of him, but the kills don't matter. Yeah, and it's like you could have 10 kills, but those 10 kills could be 10 Hulks. Yeah, you know what I mean.
What I learned yesterday with the autocannon is you can take out fabricators, the little factory things, from a very long distance.
Oh yeah,
if you have a really good shot. So and that's for me, knocking out the factory buildings are like, it's like one of the most satisfying things in the game. And I don't know why. I think it's just because they got big booms. Yeah. You hit them, and they go kaboom, and shit goes flying. And
for me, the most satisfying thing for me is the airships. When you knock an airship out. And
I was knocking some gunships out with the autocannon yesterday. Cool. It was pretty neat.
That's awesome.
So it was fun, just shaking things up. And
this conversation that we're having right now reminds me. I saw one of the not official, but like one of the fan-made Helldivers accounts on X tweeted out something. He was like, "Look, thank you, Arrowhead." For providing a game that's giving me over 1,000 hours of just absolute blast, fun times, despite all the issues, despite all the bitching. And the game definitely has issues.
Oh, it's got a lot of issues.
It's got a lot of problems. Despite that, we still log on and we have a freaking blast every time we play. Yep. And that still remains true for a good portion of the player base.
I just there's so many fun things about this game that it makes me kind of sad that its player base is declining as much as it is, because it's declining, and it is. I think it is starting to settle into its base hardcore group of 40,000 people that are going to play the game regardless.
That's still,
so
it's not a bad number.
It's not a bad number, but it's not a lot, and it needs to. I hope it goes up.
Well, the thing is, like, I want it to live up to its potential.
Oh yeah,
and I don't think having 500,000 concurrent players is sustainable. That was a flash in the pan. That's never going to be. That's never going to happen again.
That was the hype train. Yeah, you and I know a bunch of people that played the game for 2 weeks, and then they I'll go play something else.
They got bored and played something else, which is fine. I mean, whatever. It's your time. Spend it how you want.
I'm not going to play this game for forever either. Yeah, but I'm not ready to stop yet. I'm ready to like dabble in some other stuff, but this is our foundation game for this.
I think so. Yeah, that's a great way of putting it. It's like I'm never going to stop playing the game, but there will
always be a Helldivers night at least one day a week on my streaming channel, our streaming channel. And
good, I agree.
So
because I'll tell you what, man, if I just want to freaking hang out with the boys and have a good time,
this is the one.
This is the one. This is it. But anyway, let's get into let's get into this new patch that just dropped today. It's patch 0.1001.004.
I have not read any of these patches. I have no idea what's going on.
I'm going to be straight with you. There's really not much to talk about in this one. I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on it, but
I'm looking at it, and it's a really long, scrolly one.
Well, and they fixed a couple of crashes, and the biggest section of it is known issues, which is always the biggest issue. But there's one thing that I want to kind of focus on because it's the topic of discussion, and it came up since the escalation of freedom patch where they fucked up the flamethrower.
Got to put my old man glasses on.
Yeah. There's a fix. Excuse me. Edit that part right. Sorry, I just burped. There's a fix for the flamethrower. I didn't even know this was an issue, but it kind of explains a little bit about why the flamethrower wasn't working as intended or as it should. So the issue is when the enemies turned into low resolution versions at some distance from the player, it stopped colliding with flame particles. So I mean, they're trying to work on the flamethrower, but man, they really botched this thing up, dude.
Dude, there's a ton of stuff in here.
Which one are you looking at? I'm looking at the one from 3 a.m. this morning, and it's not very big.
Wait, what's the date today? Oh, I'm in June.
Yeah, you're way
Jesus Christ.
You're way fucked up. It's so crazy. In our Discord alone is like popping off about the flamethrower because people are doing tests on all kinds of stuff. There's some kind of issue with the hitbox on the chargers now where their whole, you know how the whole ass, you used to be able to shoot the whole ass and it would do damage.
Yeah.
Now the hitbox is smaller.
Oh,
so
no.
It's like you have to hit like a very specific part of the ass.
His butthole.
It's right in the butthole.
Right in his butthole. You got to get it right up there.
You got to shoot the butthole.
You got to get it right up there.
In order to do any damage. And people were like, what the hell? Like they keep.
Where do you got to hit the charger? You got to hit the charger in his butthole.
Right in the butthole.
Right in his butthole. Right up his anus. Right up in there. You got to walk right up to it, stick your fist in there with a grenade.
Yeah.
Blow its ass up.
Get it, son. And there's another issue, which kind of explains why I've been having a hard time with the Bile Titans, because I use the heavy machine gun, and you can shoot the underbelly, and you can pop the sacks, but it doesn't kill it. And apparently it's like some kind of it doesn't do actual damage because the armor penetrating is not right. There's issues. There's definitely issues with this thing. And I guess they're trying to work on it, but things are slow. Arrowhead multiple times this week has said that it's going to be fall before they have another massive change. So we're looking probably September, November.
Well, it's middle August. Fall's next month.
Yeah, like November. Like maybe around Thanksgiving we'll have another massive patch.
Thanksgiving? Oh my God. That's forever.
It's forever, man.
It'll be in the 80 degrees temperatures outside.
Oh God, I can't wait for summer to be over. I hate summer in Vegas.
Oh, it's been a brutal summer. Don't come to Vegas in the summer every year.
No, never.
Don't do it. No. Let me see here. Crash fixes, weapon and strategy fixes. What else is on here? Fix the crash, fix the crash. They fixing a lot of crashes.
Well, look, man, I had a crash the other day when I was playing with you guys.
Man, we were playing with Def the other night.
Oh, was he having a problem?
We're gonna have to find this letter that he sent to.
Oh yeah, he posted it. Hold on, he posted it in the A team.
Yeah, I don't even know if
Should I read it?
I don't even know if we can read it because he was so upset. He was so pissed off. I thought we lost him. If you can find it though, it's pretty funny.
Oh, I'll find it.
He's called him. Like,
I know he screenshotted it.
It's like, damn, dude.
He screenshotted it. Said that he was mad. Yeah, he legit mad. Well, I mean, he's not the only one though.
Yeah.
Because if you notice, like the Steam reviews, there's a lot of negative reviews popping up.
The Steam reviews are getting down.
They're getting down again.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to blame anybody for doing that at all.
I don't have a lot of crash issues personally, and I don't know why I don't and everybody else does. It's very strange.
So the game got hacked. Right?
Yeah.
And that, like, a lot of people were like, oh, so much for your freaking game guard bullshit that you have running in the background of your game all the time. It didn't do jack shit because game guard has been causing a lot of problems. Now, here's the thing. My game the other night, live on, when I was live streaming, my computer, like, removed itself from the internet. And I thought it was a computer problem. I was like, oh man, my freaking.
Oh, that was when we were streaming.
But I'm plugged into the Ethernet. I'm not Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
So there's no reason why my Wi-Fi signal would go out. And our internet's solid. We have a business internet, a business account in an office building. It's not going anywhere.
No.
So I was really confused. I'm like, why did my computer just suddenly remove itself from the internet? And our two friends in our A-team chat. They're both cybersecurity. They both have a lot of information, a lot of knowledge about this type of stuff. They were like, it's game guard.
You broke the rule.
Did I break the rule? Oh, I talked about the A team. Oh, fuck. They both work in cybersecurity, and they're like, no, that's GameGuard. GameGuard will, like, it fucks with your computer in weird ways, which explains why I have Bluetooth connection issues when I'm playing the game. I have USB port issues when I'm playing the game. I have headphone issues.
All them.
I'm like, are you telling me it's all because of freaking GameGuard? Because if GameGuard gets freaked out, it just like shuts your whole freaking thing down and it like freaks your computer out. Like, that's wild, dude. I didn't know any of that stuff, which I may not be explaining it very well. So don't freaking come at me in the comments. I don't know. But yeah, the game's got issues, man.
So when on these patch notes, the last part that says known issues.
Yeah.
That's stuff they haven't fixed, but they know
they haven't fixed, but
they know they need to fix.
So basically, stop telling us about it. We know. It's what that is. Okay, here's our boys. I got it pulled up.
This is some hardcore swearing, guys. So if your ears are sensitive, you might want to bleep out the next 20 seconds.
Posted at 1:28 a.m. This is probably right after you guys were live streaming.
From our boy Death Row,
who's
bourbon soaked,
loves this game, plays this
game religiously.
Religiously plays. Okay. Should I do a southern draw?
Can you talk like him?
I don't know if I can talk like that.
No, all right.
Fuck this game. Fix your shit. Between all the crashing and friends list problems, you guys can get bent. You fucktards. Shit crashes so hard, my computer starts to sound like an automaton attacking me. Stop concentrating on horse shit like nerfing and buffing weapons and concentrate on making the fucking game functional, you fucking twonks.
Twonks. Fucking twonks. I'm sorry, that was a little sweary. But you know what? It's, you know, and that's, I think that is
I think that's the sentiment of a lot of people.
Listen, if you know Def, right? You know, he's all, you know, he's one of these guys, you know, he gets killed. He's, that's bullshit.
Oh yeah.
Bullshit. But that was
pure frustration.
Pure anger and frustration. And there's a difference there. And that's the sentiment of a lot of these players.
Yeah.
And you know, people who've spent hundreds and hundreds of hours in this game. And then and at some point you break and you just say,
fuck it.
Screw it, I'm done.
Yep.
And they're dangerously close to that point with a lot of players, and the ones that are left.
I totally
agree. They really need to get their shit together. This 60-day thing that they're doing is pivotal, and they better knock it home, or else there's going to be a big problem. So
yeah, I totally agree.
But until that 60 days is up, I'm going to keep
Look, man, I have fun with the game. It's funny. The game successful, if you want to put quotes in successful, but the game is successful despite itself. Like, it's so fun that despite all these issues, people still are like, dude, I got to play. I want to play. I have fun when I play. It's a great time, especially with the buds. You know, you get together with your crew and you just kind of dive in. And
especially
have a great
with
time.
the what?
The buds. Oh, not those buds, the other buds.
They said the bugs.
What I
mean? Yeah.
It's just weird. What else? We got Chaos Divers we got to talk about too.
Chaos Divers.
I
don't know a ton about this Chaos Diver thing.
I don't either. I'm kind of
I was talking about
I literally Googled it this morning.
We talked a little bit about it on the stream last night.
Yeah.
I said, tell me about these Chaos Divers things. And basically the gist of it that I got from the guys in the chat was this: it's a rogue group of players like us who are frustrated or whatever with the nerfs and the direction that the devs have taken the game. So they go into people's games and they purposely grief them and then bounce after they.
Oh, what shitbags!
Well, you know, but you know, this is exactly what we were talking about. Like a month ago,
like people who weren't going on bug side.
Yeah, you know, when we were kind of like, oh, well, it'd be kind of really fun to go in there and screw with these bug divers, you know, and shoot them and take all their shit. And,
thinking about it and doing it is two different things.
But yeah, and that's what I said. I go, yeah, you know, that's kind of a dick move. You shouldn't really do that kind of stuff.
Yeah, don't fuck with other people's game time, man. Like that. The way I see it is like, look, man. As much as I can bitch and complain on my YouTube channel all day long about people not following the MO and people not doing this, no teamwork, whatnot. But at the end of the day, they log onto their device and they play their game. They get the right to play it however the hell they want. Are they playing it right?
It's like we can sit here and we can complain about the bug divers refusing to play bot.
Yeah,
and I think I still think that's a legitimate bitch.
Sure,
because they're playing half the game and they're missing out. But you know, I guess if that's their thing, fine, whatever. The rest of us that play the whole game will carry you through.
Yeah,
if that's how you want to be.
Speaking of people who are afraid to play bots. one of the issues that they fixed in this, and I did test it out this morning. One of the issues that they fixed was the ragdoll issue.
Oh yeah,
excessive ragdoll.
Nice.
So I noticed I got hit by a couple rockets while I was playing this morning, and I got knocked down, but it's not nearly as severe. Like you used to get knocked down, you used to like tumble, right? Now you get knocked down and you get right back up almost immediately.
Yeah, that happened to me last night. I went in after I had gotten killed, and I went in and I landed, and I immediately got destroyed by a rocket. And I literally flew 2/3 of the way across the whole entire map, over a lake, over a couple of giant mountains, and I'm going, what? And I land, and I'm like, oh, I'm dead. And I flop and I roll,
Yeah.
And I stand up and I brush myself off, and I'm only my health is only halfway down. I was like, wait a second. I just flew like a mile in the air, and it just and then I
just hoof your way back.
ran back up there. I'm coming, guys. I'm coming. And then I immediately die as soon as I get back to the action.
Of course,
it was a lot of wasted time. But
it seems like they've adjusted that.
Only go half a mile instead of a mile.
Yeah, I mean, look, I
don't go into low orbit anymore. We're just
you can't hop a ride with Eagle One while it flies by.
Wait, guys.
You splat on the windshield of Eagle One while you're getting ragdolled.
Yeah,
that should be funny.
Have you had to deal with this extraction thing where Pelican One? Is that the extraction?
Yeah, Pelican
One comes down and lands, and then one of your guys comes down on a pod and lands next to it, and it goes flying.
No,
off the.
I've never once ever seen
3 times.
That's crazy. Yeah. I've never once seen Pelican One get removed from his landing pad.
Yeah, there's some kind of glitch where I think it's triggered, and I might be wrong, but last night I felt like if because we have this rule, which drives me crazy, but we all extract together unless it's impossible.
Sure.
And I'm like, okay, Marine guys, it's a video game. It's a video.
Oh, shut up.
But I'm like, just get on the fucking thing and go, But we play with this rule. So, somebody dies as we're getting swarmed at the end by insane amount of numbers. So we bring somebody else down. The pod comes down. Pelican One goes flying. We're like, what the hell's going on, right? And then you got to go find it. And that happened last night on a hill. No, it was a King of the Hill.
Okay.
It fell outside the walls into these trees that are in the trader zone.
No way.
And it's like upside down and on an axis, tilted on its up, and it's like this, not like this, and upside down.
So you can't get in.
And we're like, how the fuck we get in this thing, And Beard figured it out, and he got in. But the rest of us are just kind of like, they're going, I can't get in, and traitor, going to be a traitor in 9 seconds. And it just took off without us, and we got the credit for the mission, but it was crazy.
That's wild.
And it's a weird little bug and you can pull up last night's stream towards the end and find it. But,
sure.
But
it's interesting.
It's a weird thing.
See, those are the things, though, I'm like, it makes the game
a little more fun,
a little bit more fun, a little bit more chaotic.
Even though it's
not supposed to happen.
Yeah,
I'm okay with things like that sometimes, where it's it's not a bug, it's a feature kind of a thing. Like
the first time it happened a couple of weeks ago, and we were out in one of these desert planets, and we didn't know where it went.
Yeah,
we thought it just disappeared, and it was out behind this rock.
See what's gonna happen.
Like 100 yards off the LZ. We're like, what? I was like, oh shit, there it is. Everybody run.
What's gonna happen?
And you're running from the army of bots trying to get to your
It's like Arrowhead's gonna focus all of their energy on fixing that one bug instead of fixing like the actual important shit. And that's what's frustrating. It's like, don't fucking worry about that shit, dude. It's funny. Like we'll deal with it. But like go fix the actual
go fix the stuff that's actually broken.
Don't fix They're like, no, we gotta fix the Pelican.
And leave the commando alone. And don't touch my laser dog.
Just don't touch any of the weapons.
Leave it alone.
Leave the weapons alone for a while. Just fuck off with the weapons.
We got we also I don't know, we're just reminiscing about last night's stream.
Yeah.
But we got Christ, he hadn't gotten it yet for some reason. His under 5 minute blitz.
Oh, nice.
Thing.
I know he's been working on that.
You got to kill like what is it? 7, 6, 7
factories. The fabricator, the blitz
mission? And extract, and you have to do it all in less than 5 minutes.
Nice, dude. Nice.
With a 2 minute, call down for Pelican.
So you basically just gotta roll out.
And run to the extract and get out. Yeah. So yeah, it was pretty fun. We got that one done. But
good deal. We talked about Chaos Divers. We talked about the patch.
We sort of talked about Chaos Divers.
Yeah, I mean,
what is there to say? Don't be a dick.
Don't be a dick.
Knock it off.
Stop.
There's no reason for that.
I like that they're calling themselves the Chaos Divers.
Yeah,
it's funny.
I mean, I get the fun. I understand the fun it can be to like role play and think you're like this badass chaos guy who's going in there and causing some problems, but you're not doing anything but ruining people's game experience.
Yeah. Way to make less people play the game. Basically, It's like somebody jumps in, somebody who's already frustrated with the game for other reasons jumps in, and then all of a sudden gets team killed by some douchebag. Like that's probably going to be the last time they ever play the game.
Yep.
And that's no good. That's not going to help anything at all.
It's like, come hang out with us, saltynerddiscord.com, guys, and we'll we got a lot of good people over there that'll play with you that won't kill you unless it's just
accidental
for fun.
I accidentally kill people all the time.
I've knocked Salty's head off a couple times.
Yeah.
He kind of gets into like an arrogant little smart ass phase in the game sometimes. And I go, shut up. Pow.
Dude,
you need to come this way, soldier. Fuck you.
Fuck you. Plow.
Mr. Role Player.
Oh, man. All right. What else we got to talk about besides some viewer comments? We're going to do viewer comments next?
Comments?
I'm ready for that.
Sure. I
had a couple of them.
Okay, I got to put my old man glasses back on again.
Yeah, put your old man glasses on.
I got my,
why don't you get prescription sunglasses like normal old men?
These are a pair of $15 cheapo aviators I got from
the Joe Biden glasses.
Yeah, my Joe Biden glasses.
I can't be a chaos diver.
I don't know where I am.
I can't be playing that malarkey.
I pooped my pants. Sorry.
All right.
What are we doing?
Are you doing it first? Or you want me to?
I gotta pull them up. So
okay, I got mine queued up already.
I took photos.
This is a good one. So you commented on the last video about just basically saying like, "Hey guys, thanks for watching. I really enjoy playing these."
It's one of the highlights of my week.
Yeah. So in response to that, comment from. I'm so bad at names. Lewis Carr Abalo 6068.
Say it again.
Lewis Carr Abalo.
There you go.
Is that how you say it?
I can't see it.
Okay. Anyway, shout out to this guy.
I'm blind.
Dutch Butters, Salty Nerd Gaming, Clouds Play, Thoradan, Buzz Lightbeer, Glitch Unlimited. Great channels, by the way.
Yeah.
I have 300 plus hours in Helldivers 2. I went out and bought a PS5 specifically to play this because of all the positive things you guys said. I had just missed Malevelon Creek. Even with all the negative things going on with the game, I really don't care too much. This is something I actually enjoy. Thank you for suggesting such a great game.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, that's awesome. Thank you for the comment, and I'm glad that you're having fun playing the game. And again, this just speaks to the fact that the game is successful despite itself. Like it has so much potential to be amazing, and that little bit of potential that is there right now is keeping people playing.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm happy that you're playing, and I'm happy to be listed among such great channels.
Yeah,
those are really good. I watch all those guys too. I watch especially Buzz Lightbeer. I'll check him out during the week because he posts way more than we do. Like we only do 2 videos a week. He
posts every day.
Every day. So I'll keep up with what's going on.
Well, those
via
are
him.
different kind of channels than us. We're commentary. Those guys are like news,
breakdown news stuff.
Yeah.
So I follow him and Glitch Unlimited, Cloud Plays, all those guys as well. I check them all out.
Yeah.
Shout out to those guys. You got one pulled up?
I do. This is kind of a long comment, and it's probably going to spark a little short conversation after, but I'm going to read it anyway. It's from Jason Waltman 3566. It says, "I'm past the point where I even care about balance, new content, etc. Just make the things that operate properly. Fix the collision. No more getting shot through terrain. No more enemy pathing through obstacles. No more enemies that climb over mountains. No more enemies putting on the afterburners to catch up to a Helldiver that outran them." Does that happen?
Have you ever noticed how fast those fucking chicken walkers run?
Oh, yeah, I guess they do.
Bro, they book it.
No more enemies who can see you shooting from across the map.
Oh, please. Thank you.
No more getting my fire blocked by a corpse lying on the ground. No more getting flung into space by stepping on a corpse. No more enemies that manifest out of thin air. Make it hard, sure, but make it work properly first. And, we've touched on all this stuff already.
Yeah.
But, I did want to ask you what your thought was on balancing. Where should they balance this game? And what I mean by that is there's 10 levels in this game now. There's level 10, suicide beyond. It's just controlled chaos, craziness. Pretty much impossible, but people are starting to get the hang of it. And then there's level 1, which you can
pretty much do anything
you want. But there needs to be a sweet spot that they balance this game to somewhere.
Yeah.
The guns and everything, they need to be tuned into a specific place.
Well, if I'm going to say they need to balance the game, and when I say balance, I'm specifically, because I think people have a different understanding of balance.
Tuned into
yeah
is the more.
So where are the weapon effectiveness? Where is that metric at? Like, how effective does this weapon have to be against these enemies? So my balance point, and this might be out of date because I think they've had higher difficulty enemies at lower difficulties now, which I don't necessarily agree with, but is what it is. The way I used to play the game is if I can, wherever the difficulty level is, where you have all of the most difficult enemies. So like you're talking 6 or 7, somewhere around that range. You got your Bile Titans, you got your Chargers, you got your Impalers now, you've got Factory Striders, Hulks, tanks, things like that. Yeah. Wherever the majority of those higher difficulty enemies are, that's where you need to balance your weapons at. So if your weapons can are useful and effective at levels 6 and 7, then a good player who plays 8s, 9s, 10s can use those same weapons against those same enemies. There might be more of them, but that goes into the skill.
Right.
So you have a weapon that's very effective against these enemies at level 6 and 7, but now you have more of the enemies. Now you have to bring up your skill level to be able to handle them. As long as your weapons can do the damage.
I think you're 100% spot on. I think like level 11.
Yeah. And then
I think that's where the game should be tuned at.
Yeah. And if your weapons are tuned for level 6 and 7, then you go down to a low difficulty of 5 or 6, you're going to feel like a freaking god, which is how I think it's supposed to be.
Yeah. I mean, I use like 3s, 4s, and 5s, like for just practicing new loadouts.
Yeah.
Or, if it's one of those, go kill 400 bugs with the stalwart for your 15 medals. It's like, oh, okay.
Yeah. Go down to a low difficulty.
If there's nobody else on, that kind of stuff. Because I'm not a solo game player. I don't like to do it. It's just not how I play. But sometimes you need to log on. But I'm not going to log on to a level 8 just to, self-flatulate myself and, feel the pain. That's not fun to me. But yeah, I think tuning the game to like a level 7 is probably the sweet spot. So, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's kind of where my head's at. Yeah. I think they need to balance these weapons. And I think they need to, there's way too many primary weapons. And I say that with as much love as possible.
Yeah.
But there's like 4 or 5 variants of each weapon, right? You have your Liberator, and then you have like 4 variants of the Liberator. You've got your pummeler, or not pummeler. We got the shotgun. What is it called? The Punisher, Slugger, Punisher. You've got 7 different variants of that, right? And they're all semi-useful. But when you get to the higher difficulties, that's when you start to weed out, like, okay, there's only so many weapons that can go into these higher difficulties. Right. And then that's when they get this meta idea, like, oh, this is a meta loadout. Like, no, it's the most useful one for these higher difficulties. They need to bring those weaker weapons up to the level where they're useful across the board.
It's the whole buff, don't nerf thing.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. I get you. I'm with you, man.
Yep. Okay. All right. Next comment is from Van Dingle. See, that's a name I can fucking read. Van Dingle. With the risk of sounding too corny, U2's content, U2's like me and you.
U2's?
U2's.
Hey, U2's.
Hey, the street youths, you know what I mean?
Youths.
Content are one of my 2 current glimpses of light in the dark. Right. This is my Helldiver recommended videos these past few weeks. Yes, you can discuss and point out what you think needs more work, but you don't spiral or lose track of the positives either. I continue to love listening to the constructive brainstorming of possibilities. I think we did a little brainstorming about what we want to see in the future. I'm personally waiting for the Hulks armed with grappling hooks to pull in Helldivers. Don't give them ideas like that. Can you imagine that? You're running away from a Hulk and all of a sudden freaking, get over here. Get over here. Oh shit!
I kind of like it.
Yeah, what's
I'm not gonna lie, that'd be pretty epic.
You're running with your buddy. There's 2 or 3 of you next to each other. All of a sudden, one guy just goes sucked into the background. Oh shit!
Thrown into the blender.
Oh, man. That'd be terrifying.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah, thanks, man. Thanks for the compliment. Appreciate it.
I'm still kind of like thinking about or I guess we both kind of came up with it, with the extract the larva from the stalker nest mission that we came up with. I think that's a great idea.
Yeah.
I really want somebody to like put that in the game. It would be so much.
So when we posted that video, our Discord popped off with amazing ideas, like some legit freaking awesome ideas. And one of them, I was kind of like not into it at first, but the more I thought about it, the better it was. Mm-hmm. So let's just use our stalker thing where we go into the stalker nest and we remove a larva. Yeah. Now, by removing a larva of a stalker family, that like starts to unlock some stalker type.
We're adding more to this.
Well, yeah, it like by doing that, it unlocks like, okay, we're researching stalkers because they have cloaking technology.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah.
So we can unlock armor that allows us to have cloaking technology.
So we get some Terminator armor.
So we get some Terminator armor or Predator armor, right? So like we can cloak for like 10, 15 seconds or something. It's like a passive on the armor but as soon as so just like the stalkers, like they can cloak up until they get within, I don't know, 10 meters of us or whatever.
Then, yeah.
So we can cloak until we get them into about 10 meters of an enemy.
Fun.
How fucking dope would that be?
That would be pretty cool.
That'd be so cool. And you can make it into the game where it's like, you know, the MO for the week or something is to do these stalker missions to unlock this armor. Now, as many problems as the developers have with coding this fucking game, I don't even want to imagine how bad it would be for us to have cloaking technology on our armor. It'd be ridiculous.
And then Def would be writing
or nasty email.
Fix your cloaking shit.
Fix your goddamn
fuck knobs, stupid idiots.
But I love the idea. The idea is brilliant. Like to have like in-game missions that unlock specific like upgrades and stuff to your weapon. Now, in that same realm of conversation, because I didn't bring my laptop with me on vacation, I had no choice but to play Call of Duty Mobile on my phone. But because I was doing it,
you're pretty good at that game.
I'm all right with it. Because I was doing that, I found that I was like grinding the gold weapons, right? So you grind, you have to do certain metrics, like, okay, you have to kill so many enemies with hip fire. You have to kill so many enemies with headshots, and you can unlock these new skins for your gun. And you had to do all of these things. And it was like, there's like, I want to say there's like 100 of them. There's 100 different things that you have to unlock before you can get the gold
Sounds like an achievement grind.
It's an achievement grind. You know what I did all weekend?
You grinded out that achievement.
Grounded that. I've got 3 guns with fucking gold armor now. And I'm like,
I have no issue with that kind of stuff in games.
Yeah.
You know, that just gives you benchmarks to grind for.
And now when I load in and the loading screen is like my squad and I'm the dude with the gold gun, everybody's like, oh shit, the gold gun.
Mr. Grindy over here. Yeah, it's like, look at you. Yeah, I get it.
So, yeah, I'm not afraid of them putting that into this game.
Not at all.
All right, what you got, buddy?
Let me see here. Oh, this is another one that just kind of comments on the whole balancing, or not balancing, but tuning kind of thing. Says, we extracted from a 10 with 0 mob action at the LZ. Went down to a level 5 and got wrecked.
Yeah.
What's going on there? You know, and I've noticed this in the game as well.
Me too. Same. You go to a level 7 or 8.
Oh,
and you're like, this is super easy.
That was from our dude, Hellfire Studios.
Oh, cool. Oh, I know that name. Yeah, gotcha.
So,
yeah. I noticed that too. I don't know what the problem is. It sounds like it's a problem with the coding in the game. It sounds like the game doesn't know what level you're on.
Right.
Or maybe something triggers it to think like, oh, like the way I see it, what should happen is if you and your squad are good enough to complete the entire map 100%, destroy all fabricators, destroy all bug holes, all that stuff, then when you extract, the amount of spawned enemies should be less than if you go do the primary mission, don't kill anything, and then go back to the extraction. Now all of those spawn points, I feel like the bug holes should be the spawn points, right?
Yep.
And then
make them walk from those bug holes.
Yeah, basically.
And if we destroy the bug holes,
they can't get there.
And they can't get.
And then you have you can still have like extraction, because one of the parts.
I mean,
I don't want to kill the fun of extraction.
They can come from off the map, but they can't. They shouldn't be able to just appear in front of the freaking LZ. It's like, oh, they transported in from their bug ship orbit using their transporter.
Yeah, well, I mean, the bugs have a different mechanism, because the bugs have underground tunnels, right? They spawn from underground. So that is like, okay, yeah, I get it. Whatever. The bots, though, if you destroy all the fabricators on a map, I feel like the bots need to be shipped in via ship. Like they need to have drop ships come in.
Sure.
And drop them off from outside the map area.
100% agree with you.
But again, that's just a coding thing. They're going to have to go in there and code that shit. And if they code something, they're going to fuck everything else up. So maybe not. Maybe don't do that. All right. My next comment is from Rova Neon. I don't know, guys. Come on. You have better names out here. Fuck. You better not quit the game, Salty. Otherwise, I'll come to your place and piss on your fucking rug. Yeah, man. Listen, that's just like, that room tied the room together. You know what I mean? that rug tied. God, I fucked it up. I got the reference. I got it. Thank you.
That's just like your opinion, man.
That's just like your opinion, man. That rug really tied the room together, did it not? Yeah, I get it. Dude, I love The Big Lebowski. It's one of my favorite movies.
I want a White Russian.
Oh, I haven't had a White Russian in a while. I have them in cans now. You can buy like a 6-pack of White Russians. Nice. Anyway, thank you for the comment. Please don't come and piss on my rug. It really does tie the room together. All right, that's all the comments I got. What do you got?
I got one more. It's kind of a downer.
Oh no, we're gonna end on a downer.
It's from Rod 1575.
Okay,
it says, I don't think Helldivers will ever be great again. Wah, wah.
It's not gonna be. It's not gonna be 500,000 concurrent players great again. No, never. It's never gonna reach those numbers.
But
they would. Now here's the thing: and this is speculation, this is just wishful thinking to a certain extent, but if they fix the issues that are currently bothering players and get the game to a place where it's like everybody's pretty chill, everybody's pretty happy, and then they start tacking on new content, where new enemy types or new mission types and stuff like that, that's when you're going to start seeing this.
We're missing an entire faction that's not in the game yet.
I think we might miss 2, because we got cyborgs,
and
cyborgs and Illuminate,
and we know there's other automaton and
enemy types,
terminated enemy types that we haven't seen yet.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of stuff left to come in this game. I think we're still just barely getting started.
But they need to fix the issues.
But they need to get it straightened out. I feel like we're playing a beta still.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
You know. So
yeah.
I don't know.
It's almost like Sony pushed the release of this game a little too soon.
You think? Could be.
It's like that's never happened before. No Man's Sky. Pretty much every other game Sony develops. Anyway, that's all I got, man. I'm good. We're about 42 minutes. That's a good
That's our longest one ever.
Whoa!
Oh my God!
We're creeping up to that 1 hour mark. People are gonna start losing their minds. All right, guys. Thanks so much for your comments. Really do appreciate it. Don't forget, 5,000 subscriber mile marker gets one lucky viewer a free copy of Space Marines 2 or a $50 credit on Steam, whichever you prefer. We're going to go with that. But
all right,
5,000 subscribers. We're at 2,600, more than halfway.
Right about there.
We gain 50 subs every video, so we got a while to go. Unless you share the video,
share it out, tell your friends, tell your mother I said hello for you, or for me, whatever. How does it say?
Tell your mother I said hi.
Yeah, and watch the video.
That's the one. All right, folks. Stay salty. Stay diving. We'll see you next time.